What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another round of the TTMotorsport mini-series. Thank you so much for the support on the last one. Got another absolutely stunning race for you this time, so be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified when these are uploaded. The mini-series and the 2020 League will be coming out every week, and with the new game just around the corner, I'll be doing a My Team career mode on that as well. A little teaser for that is that rather than entering a new team into the sport, I'm going to be reviving an old one. So comment down below which team you think I'm going to be reviving. But anyway, before we start the race today, let's just take a quick look at the standings as they come on screen now. So looking at the drivers' standings, you have me in first on 89 points with 3 wins and 1 DNF, so doing quite well in this mini-series. And you have my teammate Josh EO31 just behind, or a little bit behind, on 62 points. He's also got 2 wins, so far it's Fry's been winning it all, which is quite good, not complaining. But he's had 2 DNFs and he's not starting this race again, so it's another chance for us to extend our lead in the championship. Just behind my teammate is the JJ Bomb on 60 points. He's had 3 podiums, so that consistency is playing key for him, and with my teammate being missing for this week, hopefully he can jump ahead of him. Now quickly looking at the constructors, we've got us Ferrari, 151 points, doing super well, smashing it out of the park. In second, but the battle for second, third and fourth is quite interesting, with Red Bull on 61, Racing Point also on 61, and Williams on 60 points, and AlphaTauri not too far behind on 54 points. So points this race are critical as things are very tight behind. Starting on third today, messed up 2 of my qualifying runs a little bit, so didn't quite get pole, but still third, 36 laps ahead of us. Let's see what we can do as the grid's just forming up now. We have Brindy Boy on pole, followed by Hale in the Renault. Me, then R. Nolan in the other Renault in fourth. But as the lights come on now, we are away. Hallie gets an excellent start, and we get a little bit bogged down. Go to the inside, cover off R. Nolan as Riseman goes round the outside of R. Nolan and gets down the inside of us and takes P3 round the outside. Excellent start from him, as we now just sit in the slipstream trying to not let R. Nolan get past us, as Hale moves up to first but gets past Brindy Boy, so it's not been a good start, as we almost lose it there, having to stamp on the brakes very hard to not take out take out R. Nolan and maybe even Tez behind. And now looking on to lap 2, all in the slipstream of R. Nolan. Are we going to make a move? We look left, we go right, sitting in the slipstream of our teammate, trying to do a Verstappen-esque move around the outside, side by side, but he cuts us off a little bit there, meaning we can't keep challenging for the position, have to stick behind in P5 and just try and make a move somewhere else, as he goes into AI and we get hit off because of his AI going slowly. So not exactly the start we wanted. Got a broken front wing, so we're just going to have to carry on and see what we can do. It's a bit too early to pit the tyres to go to the end. Bit annoying that his car AI'd there, but not a lot we can do. As we join onto lap 4, going onto lap 5, as we come off a virtual safety car. So there's a right little ding-dong battle going on here between Sim Racer and Tez, and me and Hoppy are going to look to get into the action here as we get a much better exit off of turn 3. Can we get DRS? Ritz mix overtake, and we go down the inside of Hoppy. And now we look to catch Sim Racer and Tez as they're in a right old little squabble. Up the hill we go. Can we make time in this second sector, running a little bit more downforce to help us through in this second sector? Tez goes a bit wide. Can we get an undercut? Oh, as we accelerate up the hill, are we going to go around the outside, switch back, but with with our broken front wing, just no downforce to do the switcher back properly, so we're just going to have to stick behind him, hopefully get DRS down the main straight and overtake him into turn 1, as he's dropped a little bit off the back of Sim Racer. So while he have DRS, as you can see to our right, our engine is getting really hot. He doesn't have DRS, so we can take full advantage of this rich mix overtake as we set a purple sector 3, go down the inside, go a bit wide, have to go slower through turn 2, which compromised us down through turn 3 and down towards turn 4 as Tez back in the slipstream with the DRS open. Will he dive it down the inside? We leave him the space on the inside. Can he make the move? He gets a better run off of turn 4 and he's round the inside, and I back out the move. No point trying to go side by side, it'll probably only end in tears there. So we now move on to lap 7 as we decided to pit early and go onto the hards. My original plan was to go to about lap 10, lap 12 and go into the softs, but the broken front wing was costing me too much time. So come in, pit, get some fresh air, and back out we go. As you can see on the minimap, Tuberly is next up in the Mercedes. We're quite far off of him, and he's quite far off of 12th or 11th place even. So we're just going to have to get our head down and see what we can do. Now as we cut onto lap 11, we've caught up to Tuberly. He's now moved up into 11th place. Are we going to make a move? He goes very wide. Don't know whether he just let us through there or what, but we are up into 11th with iCalmer ahead in the racing point. And as you can see, he's so far ahead, he's already at turn 1. But a few more laps later, lap 13, R. Nolan and Hoppy have come into the pits for their pit stop for this race, and a safety car comes out just as we catch them up onto the back of them. Can't make any overtakes as we have a safety car, but this is good. The hards weren't really working for us, so we go onto the mediums, so we know we can get to the end and we're not going to lose any time here. But as people go slowly there, we just catch iCalmer and we've got a broken front wing again, so disaster strikes for the second time this race. Really not going our way, but at least we're on the medium, so we've only got the front wing disadvantage, not a tyre disadvantage as well. But we're going to try and see what we can do now. Sitting in the slipstream, people will be looking to make overtakes into turn 1 and turn 2, as there's a right ding dong battle, and Arnold spins we have to avoid. But luckily I think everyone got through there okay, no damage. And you see we looking back, missing our M plate, which really isn't going to help our downforce. Just going to have to see what we can do as iCalmer goes quite wide there. Can we gain any time on him? Doesn't look like it, so we're just going to have to stick behind this little train of cars. Through sector 2, we close up quite a bit into that braking zone. Looking to find any weaknesses in iCalmer's defence. He gets a big snap of oversteer, so can we force it down the inside? And we get the move done, wheel to wheel action there, but making the move stick cleanly and fairly. And now onto Hoppy, who's gone onto the hard tyres, so hopefully with our mediums we will be able to overtake him, as he's looking to get past LNDY, but is a little bit off the back of him, so hopefully we can use this to our advantage now. As he gets a big snap of oversteer and we can try right around the outside of him. Easy move there. Picking off Hoppy from his mistake and moving our sights onto LNDY. As we now come on to lap 18. About 18 laps left to go in this race. But as you can see, our Renault is out leading. Now moving on to lap 19. There's Halley has spun out from the lead, and we've had to take avoidant action, which has allowed Hoppy to get back past us. So got to try and rectify that mistake and get back past the Williams. Now looking made an overtake here before earlier in the race. Can we get anything? No, doesn't look like it. So just going to have to stick behind him as we get a huge amount of dirty air and understeer with our broken front wing. Just trying to stick with him as best we can. Moving on to the end of lap 20. He's dropped off the back of LNDY, so doesn't have DRS. We do. Can we make an overtake? Second fastest sector 3 of the race, and down the inside we go of Hoppy, and we can move on to the JJ Bomb, who's also on the hard, interestingly enough. So a lot of people thinking that the hards are the better choice for this race. And you see, we just defend from Hoppy, making sure that he can't dive down the inside of us into turn 4. So now we just got to get our head down and try and catch up to the pack, as it looks like Sim Racer and the JJ Bomb have had a little bit of a coming together there, allowing us to get past Sim Racer, but no, there's a virtual safety car, we have to drop back. And at this point I'm thinking, do we come into the pits? Obviously, broken front wing would be nice to have it fixed. Virtual safety car is nearly a free pit stop, but we decide not to, which is good, because later on, until lap 29, there is a full safety car, so we can put softs on, change our front wing. All we've got to do is not speed into the pits. The one thing I was trying not to do, thinking so much about not speeding into the pits, that I just forget to brake and speed into the pits to get a 5-second penalty, which is terrible, as there's only 6 laps to go. So that means I've got to overtake cars ahead, because some people have stayed out on their old tyres. So I've got to overtake them and then pull a 5-second lead to not lose position to them when we cross the line. But we come back now onto lap 31, onto the safety car restart, with Hoppy ahead, who came into pits for the softs. As we go round the outside, Verstappen S move, can we get it pulled off? Yes we can, and we're now right onto the back of JJ, as he's also come into the pits for those soft tyres and repaired his front wing from his incident with Sim Racer. He's looking for LNDY, but he goes a little bit wide, allowing us to make the move up into P4 even. So now onto the back of LNDY. What can we do? Can we get past him? Looking everywhere, right on his gearbox, where he stayed out on those hard compound tyres. We have such an advantage on tyres right now. Looking to make a little switch back. Can we go down? Can we stick with him to try and get a good exit down into turn 1, as we maybe made a little bit of contact there, sticking behind him. Surely it's only a matter of time as we stick in his slipstream. No DRS yet, as the safety car only just came in. So can we make a move on the Red Bull? As we brake into turn 1, go round the outside, squeeze him a little bit on the apex, but manage to get through and up into P3 with Riceman ahead. Now, this was where there's a little bit of controversy surrounding P1, because he went past the safety car, and he didn't have to go around at safety car speeds. So R. Nolan wins the race with Riceman in P2, us in P3. We managed to pull out a 5-second lead over the JJ Bomb and LNDY, so we retain our P3, but as to what happens with R. Nolan, not too sure yet. But still, a solid race, lots of good overtakes, and good points considering that our rival's not here. So, if you enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, hope you're all staying safe, and I will see you next time.